guys, come on downstairs. We are bringing a little NASCAR Camping World Truck Series action to you today. It's the career of Jim Bob Lowder, season number 2. And we are a full-time Truck Series driver. We're trying to bounce back from a pretty poor performance at Dover in our last episode. And this is race number 6 of season number 2 of the career of Jim Bob Lowder. First season of the Truck Series. We did not do well at Dover. We finished 18th. That is a little bit, I don't know, deceiving of how poorly we ran. We probably deserved to finish somewhere behind 25. But we're going to jump into this race here in stage number 1. We're in lap number 5 and we're sitting in 5th place, with Stuart Friesen running in 4th ahead of us. So Kansas is actually one of my favorite tracks to run. And I feel like we've got a pretty good car coming into this one. Or truck. I keep saying car. It's a truck. But you guys know what I'm talking about. If I keep saying car, that's fine. You know it's the Truck Series. Alright, so we're in lap number 6. I don't know where we started off of the pole, but we're in 5th right now, so we probably started somewhere in the top 10.
Inside.
And we got a car coming up hot on the inside. That's Noah Gregson. He's going to get past us. He moves into 5th place, and that's okay. It's just all about hanging up here with the top, 6 or 7 trucks to begin with, and hopefully we can. I've learned not to push too hard at the first, because it seriously is a marathon. It's a very long race. And if we can just kind of hang around and give ourselves a chance to be top 10, who knows what could happen. We could get a caution or something like that at the end. Give yourself a chance. And you can't do that if you push too hard and end up wrecking or doing something stupid early on in the race and getting yourself behind the 8 ball. So we're coming around in lap number 8 of stage 1. This episode is about 18 minutes long, so we're going to skip ahead. We've got somebody who has blown out a tire up there ahead of us. And they're actually, I think they got into the wall a little bit. And get off the track, man. And maybe, I don't know, there we go. He's going to come down to the bottom. And all of a sudden he's not, maybe it wasn't a tire. I don't know what, his engine is smoking. And, he needs to get off the track and get that looked at. Alright, we move into 6th place. Now we've dropped back to 7th, as we've got John Hunter Nemechek passing us on the inside. This track, not a true oval.
All clear.
And so we have what amounts to kind of a turn 5 here. I don't know if they call it a turn 5 or not. Like you all know, I'm pretty new to racing. So we're going to skip ahead. We're in lap number 24. We are in 8th. And we're coming up on some lap traffic. This is Wendell Chavis. He's in 26. We've got a car coming on the inside. We're going to move down and cut him off. And then maybe give him some space. And he gets into our door. That's Justin Haley. And, Jim Bob Lowder's not very good at avoiding contact here in the early part of this Truck Series.
Still there.
And we're still in stage number 1. We are slowly fading a little bit. When we started off this episode, we were in 5th place. We've dropped back to 9th place now. And we just, I don't know, we're a 4-star team with Young Motorsports. We are taking the place of Austin Hill. And you would think that our equipment would be good enough to give us a chance, but we just don't seem to be having the right setup week in and week out to put ourselves in the top 10, at least so far. We're still early though. We are in race number 6
Still there.
of Jim Bob Lowder's truck career, as we are on the final lap of stage 1. And if we can just hang on to the top 10 spot here, that would be very good, especially coming off that Dover disappointment. And honestly, I just want to run a
That's
cleaner
that
race
stage,
here.
driver.
We finished stage 1 in 10th. I just want to run a cleaner race, have better control of our truck. Stuart Friesen is your stage 1 winner. And like I said a few episodes ago, there's a couple of episodes where I don't have the stage winner graphics to show you, but they'll come back in a couple of episodes.
Careful
So
now. Still there.
we'll get back to that. Gives you a good visual of who is doing well, I believe.
Clear all around.
And it's good to put a face with a name, I think.
Bottom lane.
And
clear.
we've dropped back into 12th now. We're on lap number 23 of stage 2. And we've got Coughlin running in 11th. We have just passed Jennifer Jo Cobb. For whatever reason, Jennifer Jo Cobb just is going to be featured prominently in this second season of Jim Bob Lowder. I don't know why that is, but it seemed like she was always around
You're
us
clear.
wherever we were on the track. So we're in lap number 35. We have fallen back to 11th place. It's been a pretty clean race so far. No unscheduled cautions that we have noted here.
140.
And we are on the final lap of stage number 2. Generally, the layout of these episodes are going to be a little bit of action from stage 1 and stage 2, not a ton. We'll get you information on the stage winners, and then stage number 3 is where most of our episode, the bulk of our episode, will be. Obviously, that is the final stage of the race. But we don't want to disregard the importance of stage 1 and stage 2 playoff points, or stage points. Sorry, not playoff points. Well, playoff points are given to the winner of the stage, but stage points given to the top 10, and we just barely missed out on stage points in this one. We got 1 stage point in the first stage, coming in 10th place. Stuart Friesen
Be ready.
has dominated so far. We do not pit, so we are starting first, but we are not on fresh tires.
Clear all around.
And so don't expect, well, we jump out to a little bit of a lead here. See if we can hang on to it. We're in first place. Let's see if we can get 1 lap in the lead. Now they're coming up on us hot on the inside.
Got one down low
And
now.
that
Got
is
one
Brett
down low
Moffitt,
inside.
who is now in first place, as well as Noah Gregson in second. And now we've got a third place car or truck coming up. Stuart Friesen there you see right on our inside. We're going to move to the outside and let them go, because there's no way we're going to hold them off. And now we get into the door of somebody, and that was Nemechek. Sorry about that, JH. And now Rhodes, and now we're spinning. Oh my goodness. And we've got another truck spinning out. We got chaos on the track at Kansas.
Yellow flag.
And finally, the caution flag comes out. And Jim Bob is at it again. Jim Bob causing chaos on the tracks. We got into the wall, overcorrected, got back into the side of the 25 truck. And then Kligerman ends up backwards into the wall, and then it's just chaos. People sliding into the infield. And we drop back to 13th after the restart. We're in lap number 94 now. Our teammate Tanner Thorson is in 12th. 167 laps in this race here at Kansas. We're in 13th. Chance for a top 10 despite the chaos that we caused back at the start of stage 3. We've got to learn to just be more patient.
Stay up high here. Stay up
And
high.
honestly,
Careful now. Still there.
you know, just know where we're at, know our place, basically.
Still there.
Like, what are we doing here? This is what this kind of stuff that Jim Bob doesn't need to be doing. Trying to squeeze in between the wall and
Still there.
Nemechek right there. Find a different opportunity to get the pass. There we go.
Hold your line.
And Jim
Stay
Bob
up
gets
high. Stay
around
high.
Nemechek into
Careful now.
11th
Still there.
place.
You're all clear
As
on
we
the bottom.
cross the line into stage number 96. We're going to jump ahead now to lap number 119. We're in 10th place. Haley running in 9th. So I mean, overall, we've had a pretty good race outside of causing that major accident that brought up the caution. We've done pretty well. Still not as clean as I would like. I would love to not cause those kind of accidents. But I mean, it's going to happen occasionally. There's no way to avoid it. You know, this is a competition. And now we get into the side of the truck again.
Clear high. Clear high.
Jim Bob's going to be the most hated driver on this truck series, and that's not going to bode well, because when you get enemies, they make your life a living hell on the track in this game. So I mean, we've got to do everything we can to avoid getting everybody to hate us. So we're in lap number 121 now. We're sitting in 10th place. Haley's running in 9th. And
Towers called a caution.
We've got a caution out. I don't know what happened, but with 46 laps to go, we are under caution. And everybody is pitting. And it looks like we're going to pit as well. So we are going to hit the pits and come back to a restart. We are in 10th place, and now we're going to skip ahead, so we're not going to get the restart. Everything went well, though. We're in 12th.
Hang tight there, driver.
Restarts sometimes have been chaos. This one went smooth. We didn't end up dropping down into the 20s, which can happen. Which has happened sometimes. We're still running in 12th. Chance for a top 10 here for Jim Bob Lowder with 34 laps to go, 33 laps to go. As we jump into lap number 135. We're running in 11th. No sign of the leaders, though. How awesome would it be to be in like the top 3 at this stage of the race? Someday we'll be there. But right now, we're gunning for a top 10, and we'll be happy with it. Kligerman on the inside. We're going to stay side by side with him, and then we'll pull away a little bit. He moves down to the inside of the track. We stay up on the high groove. Here's Curry. More lap traffic. We get around him.
Clear all around.
And we are into 10th place with just a handful of laps to go here at Kansas. And so far it's looking like, barring some type of catastrophe, we have bounced back pretty well at Kansas. And we'll take a look at the point standings after this race is over. See where we're at. Before the last episode, we were sitting at 22, and then we finished 18th, and now we're obviously going to finish probably somewhere in the top 15, hopefully in the top 10. So we should improve on our 22nd place standing as we move into 9th place past John Hunter Nemechek.
Careful now, still there.
And we'll see if we can hold on to that. Johnny Sauter up in front of us in 8th place. With 25 laps to go here at Kansas. Johnny Sauter in 8th. Ahead of him is Justin Haley. And I believe he would have to be in 7th. Unless he has dropped back. But he's been running in the top 10 for most of this race as well. And then ahead of him we see Jennifer Jo Cobb up there. So we're running in 9th. I'll take 9th any day. Top 10 finish. I don't know what it's going to take to get invited to the Xfinity Series. Hopefully you don't have to win a championship, but maybe if you finish in the top 10, I don't know. I don't know what it would take. As we get past Jennifer Jo Cobb, she's lap traffic, as she always is. And now we've got a truck coming hard on the inside. Kind of loses our concentration a little bit. John Hunter Nemechek making a run, and we get to pull where we overdrive the corner a little bit. So Nemechek passes us, puts us back into 10th.
Stay high,
in lap
stay high.
145. I don't know. I've seen several people do NASCAR Heat Career Mode Series,
Still
but I have
there.
not seen anybody
Bottom
do
lane
100%
clear,
race
bottom
lengths
lane
like I do. I'm sure there's somebody out there. Most people run like 33 laps or something like that and call it a race. I just can't
Bottom
do
lane
that.
clear. Use it if you
It's
need
just
it.
not authentic to me. It doesn't have the, it doesn't give me the experience that I want. Let's put it that way. I know a lot, and I know maybe they do when they get to the Cup Series and they just want to accelerate their career up through the ranks. But I want to experience each step of the process
Inside.
with this 100% race length. And it takes time to do races, but it's, to be honest, well, we get put into the wall there. That might hurt us. 12 laps to go. To be honest, it's kind of cathartic to me to do these long races. You know, I sit there with my headphones on and listen to the sound of the engines. And I don't know what it is about it, but it's cathartic to just kind of sit for a couple of hours and lose myself in this race. I really have enjoyed it. So that's why
Car there's on your inside.
we keep bringing these episodes to you at the rate that we do. So a lot of my other content on the channel has slowed down. Apologize for that. Our baseball series is still going,
Clear low.
and this one is still going, and I'm working hard on a college football one that should drop in a month or so, the first episode hopefully. So we are sitting in 11th now. That getting put into the wall didn't hurt us too much, but it might keep us from finishing in the top 10. We're in the final lap, and there is no sight of the 10th place truck up ahead of us, so we've got one truck coming up on the inside behind us, but we're going to try to hold on here to 11th place as we head towards the finish line. And we're going to finish 11th here in Kansas. A little bounce back after the rough outing we had at Dover. And 11th place is where we go. Let's look at the point standings. Your leader is Brett Moffat. After 6 races, he has 2 wins. Grant Enfinger, Johnny Sauter, Stuart Friesen, Justin Haley, Ben Rhodes, Noah Gregson, Matt Crafton, and John Hunter Nemechek. And we've moved up from 22nd to 17th. 128 points, no playoff points. We haven't won a stage yet. We don't have a win. Harrison Burton has a win. He's in 13th. And that's it for the career of Jim Bob Lowder. Episode number 25 on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.